Hello everybody, ThatGamingTrio here, and welcome to this Sonic Mega Collection Plus Let's Play. Now, it's not really much of a Let's Play on the Sonic Mega Collection Plus CD, but rather of a particular game. And I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. You're probably thinking that it's going to be Sonic and Knuckles, but it's just because I promised that game. But actually, I came onto this Mega Collection a few days ago, and I saw quite an interesting game that caught my eye. And I thought I'd like to do a not a mega collection of it, a let's play of it, because it was really interesting and I'd never actually played it in advance. And that game is Sonic 3D Flickies Island. Now, this is a live com and also a blind playthrough, so this is going to be quite interesting to me and to you viewers. But the first problem here is the controls. They look alright here, but the problem is that the controls are completely different in the game. With the D button being the jump, and then the space bar being the spin dash. Hang on a minute. Sega! Anyway, the controls are completely different. In that the D is the jump button, like I've already said, and the space bar is the spin dash, as I've already said. But it can get a bit confusing because in the special stages those invert as well, and the spacebar becomes the jump button, although the D button doesn't really have a function. So, Sonic 3D Flickies Island. Some of you might be a bit confused. The game was called, I think, Sonic 3D Blast in America, but this is the European version, so it's just Sonic 3D Flickies Island. So, Flickies are mysterious birds. They live in another dimension and can travel anywhere through large rings. Robotnik learns about the Flickies. I will change the Flickies into robots and have them search for the Chaos Emeralds for me. Using the infinite power of the emeralds, I can conquer the world. Because of course anyone can conquer the world with the power of multicolored birds. By the way, do you like my Robotnik voice? I don't. Sonic visits Flicky Island to see his friends, but the only thing he finds are robots. Oh no. What a shame. Robotnik made my friend— oh, hang on a minute, I've got to do a Sonic voice. Robotnik made my friends like this! I must save them! Robotnik must be stopped! Sonic starts to defeat the enemies in order to rescue the Flickies who are trapped inside. I suck at voices. Go, Sonic! You can warp through the big rings with the help of the Flickies! Chase after Robotnik and destroy his plans! That was my Flicky voice, even though the Flickies weren't saying that. So this is Green Grove Zone, and of course, first of all, you'll notice an uncanny resemblance to Green Hill Zone, which was the first zone in the first Sonic game. This is kind of an isometric version of it, I guess. I mean, it does look kind of almost identical to it. So the basic goal here, like in all Sonic games, is to collect all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds, except that you get them in different special stages, and in kind of a different way. In Sonic 1, it was you found the special stages by collecting 50 rings, and then a ring would appear at the end of the level. And in Sonic 3 and Sonic in Knuckles, I think they just appear at random. Well, not at random, but they're hidden in the stage, and you have to find them. But here, you need— God, I hate that. I keep on going on that by mistake. But in here, you kind of— God, I really need to stop saying kind of. Like, that should be a new drinking game, okay? Every time I say kind of, take a shot. You'll probably be hammered by the end of this video. But you get the special stages by collecting 50 rings, which I've got now, and then finding either Tails or Knuckles, or both of them if you want to get 2 Chaos Emeralds in that stage. So, like here, I'll just jump out the cannon, and there's Knuckles. And I love Knuckles' design in this game, mainly because it looks nothing like what he looks like before in Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3. I don't know why, I just laugh at him. I always think of a rapper when I look at him, I don't know why. Just like Sonic, he don't chuckle. So, in these special stages, you've kind of got the camera behind you, so it's not much of an isometric view, but it's a third person view. Yeah, that's right. And you've got to collect the rings, and you need a certain amount of rings, which is your objective for like that kind of period of time for the special stage to get to those rings. And then when you reach the checkpoint, you get assigned a new objective, and it keeps on doing that from 50 to 100 to 150, and then it stops there and you get the Chaos Emerald. But of course you can collect rings in advance, like here where I've already got 150 rings, so really I don't have to get any, but you know, whatever, I'll just aim for 200. And Sonic doesn't go very fast in the Knuckles one, although I find he goes fast in the Tails one, which is quite weird. But anyway, there is the first Chaos Emerald. That animation looks awesome, he just goes like, whee! So anyway, your score gets tallied up, and yeah, that's about it. And then you return back to the overworld, where Knuckles, who don't chuckles there. And the main goal in this game to like advance through the acts is to kill all of the monsters so that you can rescue the Flicky in them, like it explained in the story. And then once you have all 5 of them, you can open like a passageway to, yeah, you can open up a passageway to the next part of the level. And as you see there, if you get hit by an enemy, then you'll lose all your rings. Now that can be a bit of a problem in like the case of saving up to get a special stage, because if you lose all 50 of your rings, 50 don't appear out of you, but you lose all of your rings, and they don't... What? Oh, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. But, they don't... 50 rings don't appear out of you, like only a set amount do, and those will go in a few seconds anyway, because they don't stay around for long. So that's the ring that you put all of the Flickies in, and once you put them in that ring, then this door will open and you'll be able to go to the next part of the stage. But first we want to collect a few more rings, because Tails is in this stage as well, and if we find Tails, then we'll be able to get another Chaos Emerald. But like I've said, this is a blind playthrough and a live com, so this should be pretty interesting, seeing as I've never actually got past the green growth zone. Not because I can't do it, just because I haven't really tried. I wanted to save that for this Let's Play. But you get transported to this part of the level, and immediately I get shot by that green shooting thing. So I'm just trying to collect the rings here as best as I can. It can get quite hard to go uphill, as you've just seen there. The spin dash comes in handy, but I don't think you can use it while you're... Whoops, I didn't see that. But as you can see there, the rings kind of go at short notice, and you lose all of them as well. So now I've got to collect all of them from like 30 odd to 7, which is great, because I love roaming around aimlessly and collecting rings. I think that's one of the problems with Sonic 3D Flickies Island, is like the big levels, because this might not even be a major problem, it's just something I see. The levels can be quite big, and you can sometimes... Actually, you know what? No, I regret that. No, they can't be. They're alright size. I mean, you don't complain about Chemical Plant being a big level, with all that levels, twists and turns. Anyway, I'm just trying to get the 50 rings here. Although if there is one problem I have to address with this game, it's the controls, which can be quite clunky, and Sonic does go quite fast in this game, so it's quite hard to turn him, and plus he has to go through like 2 turn animations, I think, before he can actually turn properly, because seeing as this is like an isometric game, you kind of have to... No! Oh no! See though, that's what gets annoying. You like... Ugh. You get hit by one enemy and then all of your ring supplies go. Have I got 3 of them? Yeah, there we go. So anyway, I've got to go and find some more rings now. No, don't bang into him. But the spin dash and the spin jump are your only ways of taking out the enemies. There are power-ups like a yellow shield that gives you a homing attack. There's the blue shield which kind of protects you from an attack. There's the invincibility, which is here actually, which just makes you invincible and nothing can kill you. So that's pretty cool. Look, look. Whoa, he just went right through the spikes. That's logical, I guess. Then again, a blue hedgehog that talks, likes chili dogs, and helps multicolored birds isn't really logical, so I'm the one to complain. But if you're wondering why I'm wandering around so aimlessly here, it's because I'm trying— oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Oh no, that's annoying. You can tell it's a blind Let's Play, can't you? I'm terrible at this game. So now, apparently, I've got to collect over 40 rings. If you just stand in the middle, like, with nothing there, with just the checkerboard floor, it looks weird. I don't know why. It just does. Anyway, there's Tails. He's the one you're meant to give all the rings to, but we don't have enough yet. You can, like, give them to him in advance, and that'll, like, kind of save up as you get more and more rings. I don't really do that, though. I just like to give him them all at once. So I'm just going to go back to the previous area. Yes, this is the beginning of the stage, if you thought that. They do, like, sometimes go back to the beginning, as seen in this one. But they're kind of like free roam. You can go anywhere in the stage, really. So this is the blue shield that protects you from a hit, as in previous Sonic games. Anyway, I'll be done in a minute. Hang on. Yep, there we go. Alright, then now I've just got to get one more ring. There we go. Okay, now let's go to Tails. I don't know why, but I find the music really catchy in this game. I know some of it was remixed in the Sonic Adventure soundtrack, like this one was in Windy Valley, I think. But I really enjoy the originals, they're really good. Actually, it's really helpful that I have the blue shield, just in case I do get hit by an enemy, and I can, you know, just don't lose all of my ring supply. So I give all of the rings to Tails here, and I enter another special stage. In this one, I think he runs fast.